Okay, so today we'll talk about the tool. There are two tools that we will discuss in the unit 5. So today we are going to discuss the first tool, that is called as Lex. So we'll discuss about the Lex tool. So it is a tool which generates the lexical analyzer, right? So it is a tool which generates lexical analyzer. Now, what is the function of the lexical analyzer? It takes the input streams and generate the tokens, right? So Lex does the same work. It creates a lexical analyzer, and you can put the input string. You can give the input as input character streams into it, and it will generate the tokens, right? So let's take one example. There is a program in high level language, and you have given that program as an input to the lexical analyzer. The lexical analyzer will generate the tokens, right? Now these tokens can be keyword. It will give you keyword, or these token can be brackets, or these token can be identifiers. It can identify identifiers. It can be operators, etc. Right? So these will be the output of the lexical analyzer. So suppose if the statement is if a is greater than 2, and you have given this a statement to the lexical analyzer. Fine, this input to the lexical analyzer. What will be the output? It will verify if as a keyword, it is a keyword, right? It will verify a as the identifier, right? Greater than as a operator, greater than as a operator, and 2 as a integer literal, or we can say that number. So 2 as a number. So these will be the output of the lexical analyzer. So basically we want to use a Lex tool to design the lexical analyzer. Now for using the Lex tool, we use a language. What kind of language it uses? It uses a language that is called as Lex language. So Lex language is used to design the program in the program for the Lex tool, or program in the Lex tool, right? So it uses the Lex language. Fine. Okay. So now we'll see the block diagram of the Lex tool, how does it works. Fine. So this is the first processing. Then we have, so there are 3 steps in the Lex program execution. So first step, what is the first step? You give the input. Fine. You give the input and it gives you a file that is called as lex.yy.c. It is a C language file. So basically it generates the output, and the first step is Lex compiler. So when you feed the input in the Lex compiler, so when you give the input to the Lex compiler, it generates the output. Fine. And the output is in the form of lex.yy.c file. Fine. Now the second step. The second step is a C compiler. And input for C compiler is the file which is generated as lex.yy.c, right? So lex.yy.c, which is generated in the first step, will behave as the input for the C compiler, and the output which is generated by the C compiler is the file called as a.out. So basically the file a.out is actually a lexical analyzer. Fine. So the third step, a.out, and the input for this particular step is you provide the input streams. You provide the input streams and you get the tokens from it. So you provide the input streams. You provide the input streams and you get the tokens for that, right? So you get the corresponding tokens. Now यहाँ पर जो input की हम बात कर रहे हैं, इस वाले जो input की हमने बात करी है, यहाँ पर ये जो input है, it is in the form of Lex language. ये वाला जो प्रोग्राम है ये Lex language के फॉर्म में है और इसमें जो आप फाइल क्रिएट करते हो, the file extension should be .l. Fine. तो Lex compiler, first step हो गया आपका Lex compiler. It takes the Lex language program and the extension for that program should be .l and it generates the C language file that is called as lex.yy.c. So basically what are the contents stored in the lex.yy.c is the transition diagram, but it is in the form of C language code, right? तो जो भी regular expression होता है उसका transition diagram जो है वो C language के code में lex.yy.c में save हो जाता है. Then the second step is the building of the lexical analyzer. First step is called as compilation of the file, compilation of the Lex file. Second step is called as building of the Lex compiler. So for the building, C compiler is used. The input file will be lex.yy.c and the output is generated as a.out. Now a.out file is called as lexical analyzer. So third step is called as execution of the lexical analyzer. So we give the input streams and it generates the respective token according to the Lex program. Whatever you have written or whatever you have written in the Lex language program to identify the tokens will be identified according to that, right? So now we'll see how to write the Lex program. So what is the structure of the Lex program? Structure of Lex program. Fine. So the program is divided in three parts. First part is called as declaration part. Declaration part. So in this part, you can write all the variables. You can declare all the variables of the by using the syntaxes of the C language, or you can include the libraries, right? So variable declaration can be done, or you can include the library files like stdio, stdio.h and etc. So ये जो फाइलें हैं इनको you can include in the declaration section. Now the second section is called as rule section, right? तो इसे हम कहते हैं translation rule section. Translation rules. Fine. So the translation rules part will contain all the regular expression, the rules in the form of regular expression, and you can define the actions against that particular rule. So what is the format to define the rule is you will define the pattern, and against the pattern you will define the action. What type of action you want to perform against this particular pattern. Now the third part of the program is called as auxiliary functions. Auxiliary functions. So whatever functions you want to write, like main or any other functions you want to create using a syntaxes of the C language, you can write the functions in this part, right? So now we'll see how to start, or what is the syntax of writing the program in the Lex. So basically the declaration section. The declaration section starts with the percentage sign and then curly bracket. Suppose I wish to include a file, library file, include stdio.h. So that I can write here, stdio.h. Suppose I wish to declare a variable C and I wish to initialize also. So I've initialized it with 0. Now you have to close the declaration section by the reverse of the symbol, percentage, then curly braces. Now you have another section, second section, that is called as translation rule. Now we use a separator symbol. The separator symbol to separate the declaration section from the translation rule section is double percentage sign. So double percentage is used as a separator, right? Okay, so here the rule will be defined in the form of pattern, single space, or you can define more than one space, but it should be defined after a single space, right? So action, you can define the action here. Then you have to come for the third section. Then again you will apply the separator, and now you can define the auxiliary function. So suppose I have defined the main in this particular part. So basically this is the structure of the Lex program. Fine. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Now there are certain things and certain functions that you need to know how these functions and these things are used in the Lex program. So first of all, let's revise some symbols first, right? So what is the meaning of the pattern ABC? If somewhere you have written the pattern ABC, which means match ABC, match the string ABC. Now suppose you have written as A to Z. What is the meaning of that? Match small A to Z, right? Now if you have written A to Z and you have written star with it, which means match the string in a small letters, written as small letters with null or more than characters, right? Now suppose you have written A to Z plus. What is the meaning of that? Match the string in a small letters with minimum one or more than one character. So basically you are matching the word. Actually you are matching the word, and word can be null or it can have more than one characters. Or in this case, your word cannot be null. You will be having more than one or more than one character. One or more than one. Okay? Fine. So this is the meaning of this pattern. Fine. So next pattern can be, suppose I wish to match the string which should have capital as well as small letters also. So I will write the rule in this form: capital A to Z and capital small a to capital small a to small z, right? And plus, what is the meaning of that? It will match the string which can have minimum single character or more than a single character. Fine. Now if you are writing caret sign, or you can say that cap sign and a character, what is the meaning of that? The string should start with A. A should come at the start, right? Suppose you have written A and dollar. What is the meaning of that? A at the end. A should come at the end. This is the meaning of the dollar, right? And star and plus, we know that star ka matlab hai null or more than 0 characters, and plus ka matlab 1 or more than 1 characters. Fine. So similarly, you can match the numbers also, 0 to 9. What is the meaning of that? Match either 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 till 9. And if you are applying plus, what is the meaning of that? 1 or more than 1 digits. If you are applying star, what is the meaning of that? Null or more than null digits, right? So these type of things we can, these type of regular expressions we can write in the Lex program. Fine. Now we'll see some functions. Okay. Now there is a function called as YY-wrap function. What is the meaning of that? You can write down the definitions also. It is called by Lex when Lex compiler, when input is exhausted. So if you are finished with the input, then this function is called by the Lex tool, and it will return a 1. It will return a 1 if input is done. अगर आपका input finish हो चुका है तो ये 1 return करेगा, otherwise it will return 0. Fine. Now in the similar way we have a function y by lex. It is a most important function. It basically reads the input stream. It basically reads the input stream and generates the token according to the actions. Generates the tokens according to the regular expressions written in the rule section. Fine. So this is the most important function that we have to write in the Lex program. Okay. So fine, we'll see the one sample program for the Lex. So what are we going to do in the program? Now let's count the number of characters, number of words, and say number of digits in the input. So we'll input a particular line, and we'll count the number of characters, number of digits, and number of words in that particular input. So how are we going to perform that particular thing? So okay, so first of all, I'll give you example here, and after that I'll show you how to execute the program actually in the Lex compiler, in the Lex tool. Fine. Okay, so start with the declaration part. So start with the declaration part. So I'm including include stdio.h, and then for counting the चलिए उससे पहले इस प्रोग्राम से पहले आई एम गिविंग यू वन एग्जांपल how to write the rules and how to write the actions against that. Suppose I wish to write a particular rule. If I'm typing hi, then I should get the action as a by. Otherwise, it should write the wrong signal. Fine. This is what I wish to make a rule. So in the rule section, I've made a pattern hi. Fine. This is my pattern hi. And what is the action I wish to attach with it? Printf by. This is the action I wish to attach with it. So action will be in the form of, will follow the syntaxes of C language, and it should be inside the curly braces, right? Now, otherwise, if you have typed any other thing, which means डॉट एंड स्टार, विच मीन्स हाई के सिवा अगर आपने कुछ भी टाइप करा है, देन आई विश प्रिंट एफ रॉन्ग. दिस शुड बी माई एक्शन. दिस शुड बी प्रिंटेड, राइट? एंड आई हैव क्लोज द रूल सेक्शन. नाउ व्हाट विल यू डन इन द ऑक्सिलरी फंक्शन सेक्शन? आई विल राइट मेन, and inside the main I will write printf enter string, enter input. I'll write enter input. Fine. And then from where you will take the input? Through yylex. Yylex, I've told you, it is a function which will take the input and will generate the token according to the patterns written in the rule section. Fine. So yylex will take the input. It will match whether it is a pattern high or not. If it is high, it will print by. If it is not high, then it will print wrong. Fine. So this is my main. So let's execute this program with the compiler, with the Lex tool. So I'm copying this program. I've copied this program. and I'm sharing a screen for the Lex tool. Okay, so how are you going to open the Lex tool? The tool name is Flex. You have to right click on the tool and you have to choose Run as Administrator. So I've opened the tool. Okay, so the tool is open. Now you have to click on New File, then New, and choose the file as a Lex program file. So the format of the structure of the program you can see here, right? Delete the first line. Now the file is already included. I have made a first rule in the rule section, hi, and the action is attached. मैं इसको zoom करने की कोशिश करती हूँ if it can be. Anyways, printf my, fine. This is my first pattern in action, and the next pattern is if you typed anything else the hi except the hi, then it will print wrong. It will print wrong. Fine. Now in the main function, what I did, I have written printf enter input. This is my message. Fine. And input I'll take with the help of yylex function. Now I'll save this program. So I have saved this program. For saving the program, click on the file save, select all files. So I'm making a folder. Right, and inside this folder I'm going to save this program. So I have written prog1 dot extension should be, I've told you the Lex program extension should be .l, that you have to give by yourself. So I've given prog.l. Now I have to execute this program. For the execution, go to the tools and select the first option, that is called as Lex file compile. There are 3 steps. First of all, you need to compile with the help of Lex compiler. After that, you will build that program using C compiler, and after that you will execute that program. Fine. So first of all, I'm going to compile this program. If your program is successfully compiled, it will give you output completed. Now the next step is go to the tools, build this program. If your program is having no error, it is perfectly all right. If there is an error, then you will get errors in the below box. Fine. So it is showing that there should be a function ywrap. So I'm including a function ywrap so that input exhausting or input end should be identified. Filal, I'm not returning any value from this function. Let's see whether it is giving error or not. So again, you need to compile the program. It's compiled. Now again, you need to build the program. It is built successfully. And after that, you have to execute this program by using execute exe directly. So I've clicked on this particular option. Now wait for the moment. It will execute and will give you the message, enter the input. So I've entered hi. See, it is printing bye. Now I'm printing hello. Now it is printing wrong. So in this way, you can design the rule section. Fine. So I hope it is clear to everyone. Now I'm going to design a program to count the number of characters and number of lines and number of digits, or number of words and number of digits. So I'm going to count characters, words, and lines. Fine. Using the Lex program. So for that, I have made a counter. C. The initial value of C is 0. Then again, I have made a counter W to count the words. Initial value is 0. And then again, I have made a counter L. The initial value is 0. अच्छा digit पहले count कर लेते हैं. Then I'll tell you how to count the lines. So digits count कर लेते हैं. The counter is D. Value is 0. I'll make the first pattern. इसको पहले हटा देते हैं. I'll make the first pattern. Now my first pattern is I need to count the characters, and character can be in the small letter or it can be in the capital letter. So I've included both type of characters. Character is a single character, so there is no need of plus or star. Fine. And the action that I'm going to attach with it is printf. I'm so sorry. Character plus plus. The counter of the character plus. Fine. Now the next I need to count the word. Now word can be collection of small and capital letters, and it can be null or more than null, and the counter needs to be plus plus. So this is the action I've attached. Now the digit can be 0 to 9. Fine. And it can be more than 1 digits, like it can be 1 2 1 4, these type of digits. Or do not apply the star, it will automatically count it. Okay, so digit counter D plus plus. Okay. Now, after ending of the input, when your input is exhausted, which means if you are pressing the enter key, your all counter should be printed. So I'm making a rule /n, that is the enter key, and I'm printing all the counters. So printf number of characters, right? Percentage D /n, क्या प्रिंट करना है? Number of words equals to percentage D /n. Next line पे मुझे क्या प्रिंट करना है? Number of digits equals to percentage D. Fine. Close this. सबसे पहले क्या प्रिंट करने जा रहे हैं? You are printing characters, तो C. Then you are printing words. Then you are printing digits. So your printf statement is completed and your rule is completed. Fine. So let's check this program. There is no change in the main program. So I'm executing this program. The shortcut for compilation is Control+1. Shortcut for building is Control, and shortcut for execution is Control+5. It will take some time. Okay. Now it is asking for the input. Suppose this is my input. Now check the output. Number of characters, 1, number of words, okay, and number of digits, 2. Number of characters इसने गलत count करे हैं, right? So what is wrong with it? Number of characters, okay, the number of words, and the number of digits. What is the problem in it? Digit has counted correctly. Words एक कम count करा इसने. Okay. And character भी इसने कम count. Character तो एक ही count करा इसने. Okay. Fine. So we'll calculate number of words using spaces, right? And character by this. Now let's see. Because we have to count the character every time. Yes. The number of characters it is showing 2, while it is 3. Okay, so number of characters, number of words, we have given the rule as a space. It will count the number of spaces, and then the number of digits, right? So this is the program for counting the number of characters, number of words, and number of digits. Now let's see the example. I wish to count number of lines also. So I have declared integer L equals to 0, and the enter key will count the lines. So L plus plus, right? Now what is the problem with it? Enter per input भी खत्म हो रहा है और enter पर line भी खत्म हो रही है. So when it is going to print the output, so I have made a rule. If you are pressing a double line, then it will terminate the input, right? So let's see. यहां पर एक चीज और हम प्रिंट कर रहे हैं आप, नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स /n, number of lines. Let's see it is printed or not. So हम क्या प्रिंट करने जा रहे हैं? L. Now for 1/n it is going to print a line number after completion of the n. So it won't count the line for the first L. So we have to give plus L so that it should count the first line also, right? And for the next input, I'm making L is equal to 0. Now, program number, what is the problem in it? Okay, I have not closed the double quotes. Okay, now let's compile the program, then build the program using control 2, then control 5 to execute the program. Okay. Right? Okay, so number of characters 13, number of words 4. Okay, which means आपको पहले plus W करना पड़ेगा, and number of digits 2, number of lines 2. So minor changes are required, otherwise your program is perfectly all right. So in this way you can create the Lex program. Fine. So we'll see one more example. जिसने लैब किया होगा उन्होंने इस प्रोग्राम को करके देखा होगा, हाउ टू इम्प्लीमेंट द इफ, राइट? सो चेक करने जा रहे हैं हम ऑड और इवन नंबर, whether number is odd or number is even. This we are going to check using the Lex program. Fine. So how to check number is odd or even using Lex program? For that you require the if, and you also require a function. You also require a special variable, inbuilt variable, that is called as yy text. तो पहले मैं yy text की definition लिख रही हूँ यहाँ पर. So it is a string, or you can call it as it is a pointer. It is a pointer to the input string. Fine. जो भी आप input करते हैं, it is a pointer to that. तो अगर आपको कोई particular character निकालना है या कोई particular पोजीशन पर पहुंचना है आपको इनपुट के, then for that you have to use this particular function, right? तो अब हमें करना क्या है, we wish to make a program for matching whether the number is even or whether the number is odd. For that प्रोग्राम लिखना शुरू करते हैं. चलिए, include stdio.h and then ये सारा कुछ रिमूव करना पड़ेगा. ओके, एक वेरिएबल चाहिए होगा क्योंकि आपको डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा, तो इंटीजर i ले लिया आपने यहाँ पर. नाउ आपका ये नंबर ही होगा, ऑब्वियसली डिजिट ही होगा. Now what the condition you are going to apply, what the actions you are going to apply for it. I is equal to, आपने एक फंक्शन लगाना है a to i. a to i means string to integer. Fine, it is a C language function. और जो input है, input pointer is y text. इससे आपने जो भी string i है, इस pointer जो है जिस string को point कर रहा है, you are converting that particular input into the integer and you're storing that input into the I. Fine. Now I'm applying the condition on I. If even or odd कैसे पता चलेगा, अगर आप इसका रिमाइंडर चेक करते हैं 2 से डिवाइड करने के बाद, if it is 0, अगर इसका रिमाइंडर 0 आता है, which means printf number is even, नंबर आपका even है. Fine. Otherwise आपका जो नंबर है that is odd. तो यहां पर क्या लिख देंगे, printf number is odd. ओके, now one more thing, अगर आप डिजिट के सिवा कुछ भी डालते हैं तो आई वांट कि ये कुछ भी एक्शन ना ले, राइट? तो डॉट एंड स्टार एंड सेमीकोलन, which means there should not be any action, there should not be any message will be displayed if you are typing any other from the digit. Okay, so let's try this program. So control 1 to line number 23, line number 23 is this, there is no problem in it. End of the file. Okay, अच्छा, okay. कर्ली ब्रेसेस आपने ओपन करने, क्लोज करने पड़ेंगे एक्शन के. आपने ओपन किए थे, नाउ यू हैव टू क्लोज द कर्ली ब्रेसेस. बिल्ड कर लिया, कंट्रोल 2, नाउ कंट्रोल 5 for executing the program. Now let's give the input, say 22, it is even. I have written 5, it is odd. I have written 12, it is even. So in this way, you can write the if conditions in the action section of the Lex program. I hope the lecture is clear to you. And if you are feeling any problem in the execution of the Lex program, we can discuss it in the next section. Acha, one more thing I wish to tell you. Suppose I need to check whether the operator is valid or not, right? So for making that particular thing, or I wish to count how many operators you have entered into the input. And say I'm taking a category of relational operator. I wish to identify whether it is a relational operator or not. So what are the relational operators? Greater than sign, or you have to write the operators into the double quotes, right? Inverted commas. So less than equals to, one more relation operator I'm going to check, double equals to, and और क्या है, less than, greater than, less than operator, then you have greater than equals to operator, right? Suppose these are the relational operators, and one more operator you have not equals to. These are the relational operators. So I have made a rule with all the operators with the or condition, and every operator should be in the inverted comma, and I'm attaching the action. अगर आपने इनमें से कुछ भी input करा है तो ये print क्या करेगा? This is the relational operator. Okay, it will print this is the relational operator, and if you wish to see which operator you have printed, तो आप इसके साथ %s लगाइए and print yy text. So it will give you the value of that particular relational operator also. Okay, एंड अगर इसके सिवा आप कुछ भी डालते हैं तो इट शुडंट प्रिंट एनीथिंग, शुड नॉट प्रिंट एनीथिंग. फाइन. So let's check this program also. Control 1, control 2 for building, and control 5 for execution. Okay, so I've given less than, it is a relational operator. I've given plus, so not identifying. Now we can print the wrong operator instead of printing blank. तो यहाँ पे मैंने क्या प्रिंट कर दिया, print f wrong input. Okay, print f wrong input. यहाँ इसको कर देते हैं ई ऐसे. कंट्रोल 1, कुछ गड़बड़ करी मैंने. ओके, कर्ली ब्रेसेस. कंट्रोल 2 and control 5. Okay, now plus wrong input less than equals to relational operator equals to relational operator. Fine. So in this way you can identify what type of operator is it. So I hope the today's lecture is clear to everyone how to use the Lex compiler, Lex tool. In the next lecture I'll cover the Yacc, and I'll give you one example how to combine, how to write the program in Yacc, and how to combine the Lex program with the Yacc program.